How's it brewing, everyone? Coffee Bean here with today's mid-morning roast. Now, I'm gonna go ahead and leave my ID stuff up on the screen so that if you guys want to follow me, the information is right here for you. Following me in Master Duel. If you guys would like to reach out and try to duel me or something, that would be great. Just let me know down in the comments, and if I see it, I will try to find a time where we can do that. I'll set it up. I'll make that notice to you guys in a future video. But today, I just wanted to show you guys some replays that I had. I know typically we do 2 live duels, but these were just really interesting, like just crazy turnouts, and I feel like you guys will really enjoy them. So let's hop into them. So I am still running my sort of playmaker deck. That's been kind of my focus this week. And honestly, it has some really crazy potential. There's some things I'd really like to change, but I want you to pay attention mostly to the usage numbers. It doesn't say it for every single card. I kind of wish that it would though, but like something like this is a very standard combo of Splash Mage into Transcode Talker, but this Grid Rod, I can't remember if I used that in the last video, but Grid Rod makes your Cyber's monster unaffected by your opponent's card effects. Also, the first time it would be destroyed by battle, each turn it is not destroyed. So this is really good for things that can only target monsters, something like Mirror Jade, right? Mirror Jade fusion monster requires a monster from the extra deck plus Albaz, something like that with its banish effect. Can't target this, and it can't just target cards. It has to be a monster, so it can punch Transcode Talker, but then because of this card's effect, it can't be destroyed, or it wouldn't be destroyed the first time it gets attacked. So they have to have something else to also punch over with it, and you'll see why that's more important in just a second. The firewall monsters are really good. They have effects where when they go to the grave, you can special summon things out. They trigger other effects. Firewall Guardian. If you use it for a link summon of a Cyber's monster, you can summon it back to your field, and that's good for just getting out other link monsters. I have more options for ones that I can use, but I wanted to build in using the fusion and ritual monsters into my deck. So that's why I have a monster like Clock Spartio. And I saw that they were playing Labyrinth, and I was like, okay, you know, this is gonna be tough, but like, I'll have to just, you know, buckle down and figure this out. But then I also realized, oh wait, I have Signet Crosswipe, so I can just tribute Clock Spartio and pop something off their field. So I had to wait for them to use their set cards so that this would be affected by my quick effect card. They have traps in their spell trap zone, and then they've got Labyrinth. This, I think, if you activate a trap, if you activate a set Welcome Labyrinth normal trap, you can add this additional effect to that card's effect at resolution. Also, after that, destroy 1 card on the field. That is really dangerous. So I went ahead, and when I got the second Grid Rod, just put it right onto Firewall Dragon. So now they are both unaffected by card effects, which means if they target something to destroy it, they have to target one of the Grid Rods first. If they try to punch a monster, they have to punch it twice to destroy it. So I'm feeling pretty good. Labyrinth doesn't go over, I believe 3000 is their highest attack alone. He summons out Sky Striker Ace, destroys one of my Grid Rods, and I go, okay, that's fine. I activate its effect, so they can't even be destroyed for the rest of the turn, even if he wanted to. I get another Firewall Dragon out Defensor. His effect, if you use him, you can special summon a Firewall Dragon. So I'll get Firewall Defense, I think is its name. Oh no, Firewall Guardian. And if you tribute Guardian, remember he goes to the graveyard but then comes back to the field. So I went ahead and I summoned out Cyber Switch so that when I tribute it, no wait, sorry. That's a different combo. But I went ahead and special summoned him to the arrow Cyber Switch pointed to, because if you special summon a monster to an arrow she points to, then you can add a ritual monster and a ritual summon card spell to your hand. And then what, on top of that, yeah, you can also special summon a level 4 from the graveyard. It's so crazy. But that's why I have him back on the field. I have Paladin of Storm Dragon, which if he attacks, he can send a card back to the hand. It doesn't target, and that's why the Labyrinth was actually affected by the card. It's kind of like, I know there are a couple other cards that do that, but it is a more roundabout Unicorn, in my opinion. Unicorn, it's an effect, but it has to target. With this, not having to target, but having to use it to attack, it isn't the greatest trade-off. Also, with it being a ritual, it's a bit harder to get out onto the field. But in the long run of things, the fact that it doesn't target a card does help with getting around monsters that cannot be targeted. So it's a good mix. You should always have something that doesn't need to target, but can still clear the field. I do have Topological. I can't remember the second name of it. Topological something. In my Borreload deck, and that one banishes just everything on the field. Doesn't target. Just banishes everything. And that's why I run it in the deck. Boral Code Dragon, I believe it's its name. That one destroys everything in the main monster zone. Again, that one doesn't target. And that's part of the reason why I run that card, because I don't want to have to target things with all of my effects, because that is a major downside a lot of times. But okay, let's go ahead and hop into the next recording. I really do hope that you guys enjoy these. I love them. They're so fast-paced that I might end up, when I do this again next time, I might do like 3 duels or 4 duels or something instead. Maxi is so crazy. It's at like 90%. I think that's what that said. I use it here and there in decks, but I very rarely ever get a chance to actually play the card. I only run 1. Most people would run 3. But I feel like it kind of like, yes, it locks people out, and that's a good thing. But I don't know. Sometimes I feel like it just gets a little boring. That's part of the reason why I stopped playing Buster Blader as much. Is because with people who didn't know how to really deal with it, as soon as Buster Blader hit the field, they just surrender. They'd realize, okay, everything is a dragon because of Buster Dragon on the field, and I can't use any monster effects. This was a crazy duel though, like Kashtira and Ninjas. Ninjas are really scary because they have a lot of flip effects, they have graveyard effects, they can target my monsters, and as you can see, they can flip them into face down defense, which I don't have effects that really hinder that. I'm glad I was playing Link monsters because they cannot be flipped face down, I believe, like at all. But there's still some fear, some hesitation. He punched Firewall Guardian, which wasn't bad because I had another Firewall Guardian, but it's not even that great unless you actually use its effect, which in this case I wasn't really able to use it how I wanted to. I was able to save my firewall face up, but there wasn't a whole lot that I could really do with it because I would have to link summon into something, which means I'd have to get rid of Decode Talker. And with all of his combos to destroy things, it was really hard trying to judge whether or not he had more effects in the grave that could take me out, or if he had nothing in the grave that could take me out. I'm fairly certain that he surrendered. I'm certain that if he stuck around for one more turn, maybe 2 more turns, that he could have come back. Ninjas, as far as I know, they do not necessarily go down very easily. So to me, I was looking at it and going, okay, you know, he's kind of been able to block, or he's made me use up my resources, but like he can still kind of bounce things back. But I guess if there are ninja players who understood that better than I did, please let me know, because to me, I was pretty sure that there were more effects that he could trigger next turn, but he was afraid that whatever was in my hand was going to combo really heavy, or whatever was maybe in my grave was going to combo heavy, which I didn't entirely understand. But again, I don't understand every deck in Yu-Gi-Oh! So it is important for me to look at this and to remember that, okay, you know, they probably know something about their deck that I don't, because, you know, they actually play the deck. But I know this was a shorter video. I am still working on content for you guys, fear not. I hope you guys did enjoy today. It was just something kind of short and quick. And like I said way back when I started this, I kind of wanted this to be something where you guys, you know, you sit down for like lunch or something, and you go on break at work or something like that. And this is short enough to where you can watch it and be done before you have to get back to work. I know a lot of my videos as of late have been hitting some of the 40-minute marks. So I want to try to kind of bring that down a little bit. I want to aim more for hitting around 30 minutes or so, but that's not typically possible in most Yu-Gi-Oh! Duels. And that's why I think I might start to adapt some of this watching recordings of maybe one of the duels I do, just to shorten the watch time, or the length of you guys waiting for things. But I love the live reactions to things. It makes the duel feel more alive. So in some cases I might do like one recorded, one live for the videos now, but that is to be decided. For now, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys have enjoyed. I've been Coffee Bean. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And I know I've mentioned it before, I post every weekday. If you guys want to get those notifications, you know what to do. Hit the little bell icon. That'll tell you, or alert you, give you notifications for when new videos come out. But I can also tell you that I typically, and I have to say typically because I don't always, I typically post at 10 in the morning Eastern time. That might be a slightly different time depending on where you live, but I've talked for too long. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Take care.